At just 18 years old, Lamine Yamal is already living a life that many football legends only reached in their late 20s. How does a boy who once shared a cramped one-room apartment, where the kitchen and the bedroom were the same space, end up preparing to move into a former Shakira and Gerard Piqué mansion worth more than 10 million euros, complete with a private pool, full gym, recording studio, and panoramic city views? And how does someone too young to rent a car secure a 1 billion euro release clause, a salary of 16 million per year, and a lifestyle that now includes luxury villas, designer jewelry, and global endorsements? Today, we uncover the truths behind Lamine Yamal's sudden rise into football's new world of luxury. Lamine Yamal was born on July 13, 2007 in Esplugues de Llobregat, but his story truly begins in the modest neighborhoods of Mataró and Granollers, places far removed from the glamorous world he would one day enter. His mother, originally from Equatorial Guinea, worked tirelessly to keep the household running, while his father, born in Morocco, took on labor jobs to support the family. When they separated while Lamine was still a toddler, his childhood became a balance between two small homes, far from the stability that future superstars are usually raised in. What he did have, however, was a ball at his feet and a relentless instinct that caught attention early. Coaches in Mataró often described him as the kid who sees everything 2 seconds earlier than the others. At only 7 years old, he was scouted and admitted into La Masia, Barcelona's world-famous academy, an institution that had shaped Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, and an entire generation of legends. But Lamine's rise inside La Masia was different. It was faster, sharper, more urgent. He skipped age groups, dominated youth categories, and carried the composure of a seasoned professional even before turning 15. In a system designed to create stars, he looked like someone rewriting the blueprint altogether. Lamine Yamal's rise from academy prodigy to global superstar happened at a pace modern football had almost never seen. At just 15 years and 290 days, he became the youngest player ever to debut for FC Barcelona's first team, stepping onto the pitch at the Camp Nou with the calmness of someone who had waited years for this moment. Months later, he became the youngest starter in La Liga history. But it was the summer of 2024 that changed everything. At the European Championship, Yamal didn't just participate, he rewrote history. At 16, he became the youngest player to ever score in the tournament, delivering a curling left-footed masterpiece against France in the semifinal. This wasn't just a goal, it was a global announcement. By the end of 2024, he had helped Spain lift the Euro trophy, earned a place in the team of the tournament, and collected awards such as the Golden Boy and the Copa Trophy, solidifying his status as Europe's brightest young talent. These achievements transformed his career from promising to priceless. With fame came financial elevation. Barcelona extended his contract until 2031 with a staggering $1 billion release clause, effectively declaring him untouchable. His base salary, around $16 million per year, with bonuses pushing it even higher, placed him among the club's top earners before he even turned 18. Sponsorships quickly followed, especially his partnership with Adidas, which became one of his main income streams. While his net worth is still growing, current estimates place it between 5 or 8 million, an astonishing figure for someone who is still legally a minor in many countries. Off the field, his image rights, media presence, and rapid global influence mean that Yamal is not just a footballer, he is an emerging brand with economic power far beyond his age. For a boy who once lived in a tiny apartment where the kitchen and bedroom occupied the same narrow space, Lamine Yamal's transformation into a young millionaire is almost surreal. His first major purchases were not supercars or designer jewelry, but homes for his family. According to several Spanish reports, one of his earliest decisions after signing his upgraded Barcelona contract was to buy separate houses for his father, his mother, and his grandmother, ensuring each had the stability they never had during his childhood. It was a gesture that revealed something important. Despite his rapid rise, Yamal understood exactly where he came from. But the headline-making property, one that captured global attention, was the mansion he is reportedly preparing to move into as he turns 18. The former Gerard Piqué and Shakira mega estate in Esplugues de Llobregat. Estimated between $10 million and $14 million, The residence is a world away from Rocafonda. Spread across a vast hillside plot overlooking Barcelona, the property features multiple floors of glass-framed architecture, a cinematic infinity pool, a private gym, spa rooms, a recording studio, landscape gardens, and a miniature football pitch. An almost poetic detail for someone who built his life around the sport. This estate mirrors the luxurious benchmarks set by icons before him. Just as Cristiano Ronaldo showcased the Funchal mansion and Messi flaunted his Casteldefels villa, Yamal's new home signals the arrival of football's next generation in the world of elite real estate. The comparison is striking. While Ronaldo waited years into his career to expand his property empire, Yamal is stepping into a multi-million-euro mansion before he can legally drive himself there. Beyond the Piqué Shakira property, his growing real estate portfolio is expected to follow the same pattern as modern superstars. High-value, high-privacy homes close to training facilities. Reports indicate that Barcelona's sporting staff even helped assess the mansion's layout to include personalized recovery rooms, treatment areas, and high-security entry points. For a club that protected Lionel Messi for decades, investing in Yamal's living environment is both symbolic and strategic. And when you consider his annual salary, $16 million before bonuses, along with commercial income, the numbers make sense. Just 1 year of earnings could pay for most of the mansion outright. For a teenager who once shared space with a single stove and a mattress, this new estate is more than a home. It is the physical proof of how far and how fast he has risen. The most astonishing part of Lamine Yamal's lifestyle is that he is not even legally allowed to drive, and yet his world is already surrounded by vehicles that most adults only dream of. His garage, managed under his family's name, and sponsor arrangements, features an impressively curated collection. Among the cars frequently associated with Yamal's entourage are the Audi RS7, a luxury performance sedan valued at over $120,000. The Cupra Formentor, a stylish SUV tied closely to FC Barcelona partnerships, and the ever-reliable Range Rover Sport, a favorite among footballers, often costing upwards of $80,000 depending on configuration. While he has not yet stepped into the realm of Ferrari Monza SP2s or Pagani Zonda Tricolores, the iconic cars of Cristiano Ronaldo and elite veterans, what makes Yamal's case remarkable is timing. He is already living in the orbit of supercar culture before reaching adulthood. And if early sponsorship patterns continue, the next few years may see his garage expand in ways that mirror his rapid rise on the pitch. Travel is another window into his evolving lifestyle. For his 18th birthday celebration, Yamal booked a luxurious villa in Olivella, near Sitges, valued at around $40,000 per night. Nestled on a massive 40,000 square meter estate, the villa included 11 suites, panoramic terraces, outdoor lounges, a private chef service, and event-ready open spaces. It was a celebration that echoed the glamorous Ibiza and Mykonos getaways, popular with stars like Neymar and Mbappe. Yet Yamal did it at an age when most teens are still planning school trips. His vacations often feature sunny coastlines, stylish outfits, and exclusive gatherings with influencers, musicians, and fellow footballers. But even in public appearances, one accessory consistently steals the spotlight: the LY custom diamond chain, gifted by Dominican artist El Alfa. Valued at well over $400,000, the chain features sapphires and rubies arranged in Barca's Blaugrana colors, a piece every bit as bold as the Richard Mille and Hublot watches that older stars flaunt. Altogether, Yamal's lifestyle reflects a fascinating blend of youth, fame, and newfound wealth, one foot still in the world of a teenager, the other stepping confidently into the realm of global luxury. Though still in the earliest stage of his professional journey, Lamine Yamal is already demonstrating a level of business awareness far beyond his age. The cornerstone of his commercial portfolio is his partnership with Adidas, a deal believed to be worth several million euros annually and structured with long-term incentives tied to his on-field success and global influence. For a teenager, this endorsement is more than a sponsorship. It is a signal that one of the world's biggest brands sees him as the next generational star. But Yamal's most strategic move so far is not a contract, it is a brand. Shortly after rising to global prominence, he began registering trademarks such as 304, LY304, 304FC, and even variations of his signature celebration. These trademarks cover categories ranging from clothing, footwear, and accessories to digital products, sporting events, and merchandising. In essence, Yamal is building the foundation for a lifestyle empire, mirroring the early steps Cristiano Ronaldo took with CR7, but crafted for the Gen Z era. This business structure allows him to transition smoothly from footballer to global icon, ensuring that his identity becomes an asset capable of generating revenue for decades. And for someone who comes from a modest neighborhood stigmatized for decades, turning 304 into a brand the world will wear is perhaps the most powerful investment of all. While Lamine Yamal has not yet reached the stage of organizing multi-million euro charity foundations like Ronaldo, Neymar, or Mbappe, his gestures reveal a deeply personal kind of generosity. His earliest significant act, buying separate homes for his father, mother, and grandmother, was not a public relations move, but a quiet correction of the instability that shaped his childhood. It was an emotional anchor point that reminded many fans that even amid sudden fame, Yamal's priorities remained grounded. His connection to Rocafanda, symbolized through his 304 celebration, also functions as a form of social advocacy. By flashing 304 on the biggest stages, Euro finals, Champions League nights, he forces the world to acknowledge a neighborhood long dismissed as troubled and marginalized. For local kids, seeing someone from their streets rise to global superstardom is an act of hope more powerful than any donation figure. Beyond that, Yamal maintains a low-profile personal life for someone so young. Family dinners, training routines, playful moments with teammates, and snapshots of daily life on social media paint the picture of a teenager navigating fame with surprising maturity. He may live in mansions and wear diamond chains, but the people closest to him keep him anchored in the real world. From a cramped one-room apartment in Rocafanda to a multi-million euro mansion once owned by Piqué and Shakira, Lamine Yamal's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. At 18, he earns 16 million euros a year, carries a 1 billion euro release clause, and stands as the new face of Barcelona's future. Yet beyond the luxury cars, designer jewelry, and global endorsements, his story is ultimately about resilience, about a boy who never forgot the streets that shaped him, even as the world placed him under blinding spotlight. But what happens next? Can a teenager maintain balance between unimaginable wealth and the pressure of becoming football's next global icon? If you enjoyed this deep dive into Lamine Yamal's life, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about the world's most fascinating football stars.